Can you believe it's almost been 15 years since this figure first released? Hey guys, it's Rod from DBZSHFIGS.com, and today I'm bringing to you an unboxing and review of the Dragon Ball S.H.Figuarts Super Saiyan Son Goku 1.0. But before we begin, I'm on the road to 5,000 subscribers, so once I reach that milestone, I'll be giving away one of these Tamashii Nation store exclusive Son Goku Innocent Challengers. So if you're watching this and you haven't subscribed, make sure you subscribe because you might even be the one who takes this one home. But anyways, we're back on that 1.0 grind. I managed to get this one, which is actually the second ever release in the Dragon Ball S.H.Figuarts line. So this one was released back in January of 2010 for $40. We wouldn't get another Super Saiyan Son Goku until the following year in San Diego Comic-Con, where we got basically the same figure, just with some updated special color, which was a little more reddish to the gi. And that one also retailed for $40, which was pretty good. And then it wouldn't be a whole decade until we got another Super Saiyan Son Goku that's like fully clothed, just normal. You know, we've gotten like legendary Super Saiyan with all like the battle damage and ripped clothing, but it wouldn't be until June of 2021 until we got this one, which is the most recent Super Saiyan Full Power Son Goku. So as you can clearly tell, there's a lot of difference between them, and mainly I would say is just the difference in modern S.H.Figuarts, which is a more cartoony, more anime style face plate, and then this one has more of a grungy look to it, I guess is the best way I can describe it. But this one released for $35, so this is probably the cheapest way to get just like a standard Super Saiyan Goku. And then actually there's another one that came out last year, October 2024, which was a Tamashii Nation store exclusive, which was the Sea Fighter Goku, which is basically made to just reenact the opening of the Dragon Ball Z intro. And that one retailed for $50. So this one nowadays, it's actually not bad. You could actually go on eBay right now and buy one for between $45 to $55, depending on what kind of deal you find. I actually got mine for $50 with all shipping and fees and taxes included. So not bad for a figure that has been around for, you know, close to 15 years. It could have gone one of two ways, right? It could have been a collector's item, thus raising the price, or it could be seen as an outdated item and then the price goes lower or stays the same. So yeah, it's not bad if you do want to pick it up. But anyways, let's get them out of the box. Hey guys, I'm happy to announce that I will be starting an optional membership program to my channel. If you want to support the videos as well as the website, you will be receiving exclusive emoji and badges, as well as your name will be displayed at the end of every video. You will also get all my new videos early before anyone else. I will also be hosting an exclusive live stream with all the members once a month. Just want to say completely optional and up to you if you want to join. Link in the description. So here we have them in the clamshell. I know there are people that like to see how the figure and the accessories are laid out within the clamshell. So I always like to portray that here. Just going to give it a nice little spin. And as you can see, there's not really much going on with the figure. Let's get them out. Here we have the figure out of the box. But before we begin, make sure to check out my website, DBZSHFIGS.com, where you will find a complete archive of every single release in the Dragon Ball S.H.Figuarts line. The website is constantly being updated with all the latest information, so you're always bound to learn something, so make sure you check that out. But here we have Super Saiyan Son Goku 1.0, and he looks pretty cool. A little too yellowish, I would say. Right out of the box, you could clearly tell that he has some yellow aura going on around him because this gi is not orange at all. It might have like a small hint of orange, but that's pretty much it. I do like the blue paint on this. It kind of stands out quite a bit, which I actually do pretty much enjoy. And other than that, we could see the hair here, which has nice shading. You could tell it's more vibrant up front, and then it kind of becomes more pale in the back here, which is a nice little touch. And then we have the face here that I was referencing earlier. So you could tell that it's not really the most anime style thing. It's not like a goofy, cartoonish thing. It's more, you know, like grungy looking. It is definitely different than the figures we get nowadays that look straight out of the anime and are more cartoonish in style. Like even the ear, I believe, looks like it's very textured there. Like you can see the difference in paint there is like reddish dark in here. And then you go around the figure, and another thing you will notice is that there's shading on the arm. So, you know, you have a lighter tone up here, but also you can tell there's like tanness going around, especially where you see the indentations of the muscles. It just makes the figure stand out quite a bit more. I will say, like around the neck area, it does have that same kind of shading. Sometimes it looks good. Sometimes it looks like he just stayed in the sun a little too long because it just seems like a bad suntan. But other than that, I mean, there's not really much to say about the figure. It's just your standard Goku you would expect, right? Like, the sleeves here are a little annoying because they tend to pop out a little more for some reason. They definitely, although not perfect, the figures nowadays have managed to fix that a little. But yeah, you could get some awkward posing here where you got stuff looking like this, which is completely not good. But just make sure whenever you're posting them, pay attention to the little details and everything else should be great. So we're gonna move over to the accessories, and like I stated before with the face here, it's just like an angry looking Super Saiyan Goku, not really like fighting or anything, just kind of mad dogging someone, ready to fight, ready to square up with Cell or Frieza or whoever you want to put him against. The only other face that it comes with, yeah, it only comes with one interchangeable face, is this one that's screaming. It could be him powering up or throwing a Kamehameha, whatever you want to do. It's very versatile, but there is a lack of facial expressions that I would have liked with a figure like this. But I guess when it was the second figure announced in the line, you weren't really expecting much, right? And of course, it's a Dragon Ball S.H.Figuarts. He comes out of the box with these closed fists, ready to punch someone. He also comes with this pair of hands, which is an open palm hand, kind of like throwing a ki blast or whatever you want, telling you to stop, anything you could imagine, anything you would want to put him in. And of course, he has to come with his standard Kamehameha hands in case you want to throw a ki blast at somebody. And exclusive to his right arm, he comes with this hand that is very representative of the instant transmission technique. So you could point those to his head, ready for him to teleport wherever he wants. That's pretty much it for the accessories, so it does not really come with a lot of stuff. So now we're going to jump into the review part of the video. And as always, we start with articulation. Let's start at the foot. So the foot is able to rotate a cool 360. It is not able to go up, but it's able to go down quite a bit. He has a slight ankle rocker, not a whole lot of mobility there, just because of this rope thing that's tied to his boots here. And then as far as the knee, he's able to bend this far back, which is quite a nice bend there. You won't really need much of anything else there. And I forgot to mention the toe also does bend up slightly, and it bends down slightly as well in case, I don't know what kind of application that would require, but it can do that for you. And then as far as the leg, it's able to go out wide this much, front this much, and back this much. However, it does leave this ugly gap here, so maybe don't send it that much back. He is also able to twist his leg out this way, so it has a nice little swivel, so you could, you know, put him in different poses there however you want him. He is able to rotate 360 at the waist there because he is just joined by a ball peg in here, and he doesn't really have an ab crunch. If you bend him down, he's just kind of gonna pop out of his ball peg like this, basically. So not really much of an ab crunch going on there. So that's not good at all, especially since this belt kind of gets in the way as well. So I don't really like that. And then as far as his shoulder here, you're able to bend this far back. Butterfly joint, not so much. He basically in line with his ear. And then rotate 360, of course. He's able to rotate the bicep 360 as well. The elbow folds way more than 90 degrees, which is always welcome. The wrist rotates 360 and you're able to twist it inward and outward. As far as the head goes, you're able to rotate it 360. It may pop out, but you could do whatever you want with that. And he's able to look down this much, and he's able to look up this much, which is mainly just looking straight. He's able to bend a little to the right, a little to the left, but that's gonna be pretty much it for his articulation. So there's not a whole lot going on, and he's very constricted in the middle here. Basically, there's nothing going on in the middle here. I just gotta be honest with you. So it does show its 1.0-ness. I gotta give it a 3 because it has like a lot of hindrances. However, all the basic stuff you would need them for is there. Like I've said previously, 1.0s, they get a bad rep, but if you're not doing exaggerated posing or anything too complicated, they'll get the job done. But anyways, we're gonna move over to accuracy and just gonna let you stare at him for a little bit. Does this look like a Super Saiyan Goku to you? This does look like a Super Saiyan Goku to me. Now, the gi might be a little off to me because this is just very light. And I know it's meant to be like representative of like the ki energy going on around him, but it's very light to me. I don't know, something just feels a little off about him. So I think I'm gonna give him a 4. Next up is the price to plastic ratio. And just a reminder, this figure was $40 at retail. It included only 2 faces and a total of 7 hands. Now for $40, that's not really good. And I know it must be stated it was $40 back in 2010. So today, that would even be a lot more. So, but I don't know. I don't like to include like inflation in my prices. I just take it as the $40 mark. So nowadays we get these kind of figures for $35, and this one has probably the same amount of hands and it has 2 extra face plates. So this is a way better deal than this was. So honestly, I think I gotta give it a 3. Now, as far as scale, I have brought out the full power Super Saiyan Goku here, just for your reference. So I'm basically comparing Goku to Goku. If they're about the same height, then it's gonna be a 5 for me, since Goku is just like the basis of all my scale arguments. And yeah, to me, they basically are the same height. Head there, head there. I mean, it's gonna be an easy 5. And while I have them out here, just wanted to give you an even better comparison. You see, this Goku has a berry orange gi, whereas this one has like a berry almost yellowish gi. So it's just up to you, your preference. As you can tell, also darker undergarments here. Even the boot is darker. This one is a lot lighter in the blue. So it's honestly just up to your preference, what you like. But as you can see here, difference in articulation. Like there's nothing going on here. Whereas this one, you could tell is a separate piece here by the seam crack going on around here. So he has a whole lot more mobility here, where this one doesn't. Next up is shelf presence. And as far as this figure goes, I mean, you could do a lot of things with it, but at the same time, there's not a lot you can do with it. He only has 2 faceplates and a very limited amount of arms and hands. So honestly, I have him here kind of like powering up, screaming, but at the same time, he kind of doesn't really stand out. So to me, he's just kind of down in the middle, in my opinion. I think he would have benefited a lot from coming with like a Kamehameha effect piece, or like, you know, a Super Saiyan effect going on around him. But he doesn't really come with a lot. So you could just have him in basic poses like this, or have him throw like charging up a Kamehameha. That would also look good. But I think I just got to go down the line with this and just give him a 3. So overall, Super Saiyan Son Goku 1.0 gets a cumulative score of 3.6 out of 5, which is not a completely terrible score. However, the H does kind of creep up on it. You could really tell the difference in articulation when you see this one compared to one of the newer ones, as well as just general... How could I say it? General upkeep of the figure. This one tends to like snap out a lot in the middle here for whatever reason. Dropping him is not helping this case. But yeah, I mean, If you are a fan of the 1.0s, I mean, it's definitely a good one, especially as a historian of Dragon Ball S.H.Figuarts. It's always nice to have like the earlier ones, but as far as the new ones, I mean, there's just no comparison, to be honest. They just have way more articulation. They feel a lot sturdier. The difference might be the difference in style that you may like. Maybe you don't like this like cartoonish anime style face. Maybe you prefer this more realistic, I want to say. So then you might actually enjoy this one. But if you disagree with any of my scores that I gave it, you could actually go to DBZSHFIGS.com today, head to the webpage for this one in the 2010 section, and there should be a poll in there for you to insert your own grading on the 5 categories that I use. That way we get a cumulative score from the entire community. And something I always just feel like I have to add on there is if you don't have a yellow aura effect piece, I mean, it makes your posting just stand out a bit more. You could tell it automatically already makes it look 10 times better. If you don't have one, I'm gonna leave a link in the description so you could pick one up for yourself. But I would really suggest it, especially for these Super Saiyan figures. It just makes them pop out more, especially if you have a display or a diorama you're building. Also, make sure to check out the Amazon deals tab at dbzshfigs.com, where you'll find all the best deals currently on Amazon for Dragon Ball S.H.Figuarts. Other than that, just want to give a big shout out to the members exclusive to the DBZSHFIGS Club. We have Blue Fires, Owens, and our newest member, Burgos LJ. Welcome to the club. I really appreciate you guys. Other than that, if you made it this far into the video, I really appreciate you, and I hope you have a nice rest of your day.